The content of this video may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewers' discretion is advised. Why do people go out of their way to hate people they don't even know? Is it because they feel uncomfortable? Or is it because they are so insecure with themselves? At the end of the day, life's too short to hate people, especially for something so idiotic as someone's sexual preference. I recently visited a friend to get his perspective on the bigotry towards the homosexual community.
People are born gay. It's not a choice. It's not something that someone would choose. Just as, does somebody that is of a different race, do they choose to be that race? Do they choose, the hardships that they face in their lives? Do you choose to be broke? There's certain things that happen in your life that are choices, and there's certain things that are just cards that are dealt, and that's just one of them. You will always be who you are. You're always going to be gay. You may be able to distract your feelings or your emotions or characteristics of who you truly are to your family or your friends or other organizations, your coworkers, whatever the case is, but that's not being true to yourself. People who live that way, it shows in the way that they behave, in the way they have relationships with other people, because they're truly unhappy. So, yes, they could live their life miserable as a straight person and, have kids. I mean, lots of quote, straight men have children, get married, 20 years later realize this isn't for me, this was never for me, and I'm just tired of hiding, and they finally come out. People dislike change. People dislike things that they don't know about. Because relatively the homosexual community is rather new age thing, I think a lot of people don't understand how to take gay people because there's such a rash between, transgendered and queer or questioning or, all the different things that have been added to the tag, because, people they want to make sure they're appropriate for everybody, they're correct in speaking, but they want to directly address those people. They don't want to incorrectly say something. So it's not that they're being mean or ignorant, they're asking, they don't know how other ways to ask. This is new to them and it's uncomfortable. And they may be coming off mean or angry, but for most people, for things that they don't know, they usually step in cautiously, they tread lightly. I personally, in my opinion, it's a degradational word. It's a word that degrades the homosexual community because it's been identified as such a word. Just like the F word has been identified as a foul word, we don't use it. Would you use the F word in front of your grandmother? No. Would you use the word faggot in front of your grandmother? Probably not. So, I mean, it's us as humans that add the value to the word. So if you want to get upset about it, by all means get upset about it. If you don't, I'm not going to take offense to it because you know what? There's no need to defend it. I'm a strong enough person that if somebody wants to say it, I can turn the other cheek because I just look at them as, they obviously don't know any better. Many times. Back in high school, it used to make me angry just because, it was just, I never told anybody in high school that I was gay. I didn't even know I was gay. So for someone else to say that to me, it was just more of like, what are you talking about? Like, it's just a shock to me. So after I understood what being gay was and that I was gay, that word was unacceptable, and that, people would say that to me, and it just as in high school, you let it roll off your back. But, it does still sting in people's minds because it does remind you of, the things that we've done to accomplish and to move people past thinking that way. In such a small fashion.
Even if you don't agree with people's choices, let people live their lives. Ultimately, being angry at them or lashing out at them or wasting time being upset is pointless. Now, I'm not saying hold hands by a campfire and sing Kumbaya. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, don't waste your energy hating people. It's really not worth it.